And she laughed. I knew she laughed. She's laughing about assaulting Lexie Hall. Now, this was the incident with her and Caitlin Clark a few weeks ago. Now, this happened on June the 24th. Now, this was Lexie Hall last night. You tell me if anything is wrong with Alyssa Thomas. Tell me.
Professional basketball has reached a tense moment, with fans across the league reacting strongly after another controversial incident captured national attention. A new report from Inside League Discussions has increased debate over an on-court collision that many critics believe deserves closer examination. During a heated matchup, Alyssa Thomas and Lexie Hull were involved in a physical play that left the Indiana Fever guard injured and the arena stunned. The main discussion is not only about the collision itself, but also about the league's decision to avoid additional punishment after the controversial moment. Following ongoing debates about Caitlin Clark's treatment, many supporters question whether Indiana's young players are receiving enough protection during aggressive matchups. As officials stayed silent, Sophie Cunningham responded publicly with a strong message that quickly gained attention and fueled more conversations online. Tonight, we examine the moment tensions exploded, the latest concerns surrounding Lexie Hull's injury, and why Sophie's reaction became a major storyline. Many viewers continue analyzing the replay, believing the play created serious questions about physicality, fairness, and player safety across the league.
In the end, it was the Fever who got the last laugh. The game, the team run 92-89, but this is hard to forget.
Evanescence.
Oh no, man, we ain't looking at no ads, bro. We ain't looking at no ads, bruh. Now, the latest drama comes just days after a group of Republican lawmakers waded into the WNBA controversy surrounding Thomas and Clark. 11 Republican members of Congress entered the fray to demand the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, take accountability for the multiple attacks on Caitlin Clark. The congressmen and women who led by U.S. Representative August Plumfunger of Texas sent the letter to the commissioner, which we all know that made headlines, man. And yeah, man, for her to be doing this again is crazy to me. And what's even more crazy is that people is not,
The hard collision sent Lexie Hull to the floor in visible pain, clutching her injured nose as medical staff hurried onto the court, while shocked fans looked on in silence. As millions watched the broadcast, many questioned why officials allowed play to continue without taking stronger action after the frightening sequence unfolded. The moment reignited criticism from supporters who believe the league has not consistently protected its biggest stars or Indiana's emerging young talent. Fans continue debating whether similar physical plays are judged differently, raising fresh concerns about fairness and consistency throughout the league. After the game, emotions intensified when Lexie remained in the training room receiving treatment, while teammates waited for updates on her condition. Watching her teammate in pain, Sophie Cunningham publicly voiced her frustration instead of staying quiet as the controversy continued to grow. She later took her message to social media, calling for greater accountability and renewed attention to dangerous plays involving the Fever roster. Instead of fading away, the incident sparked even more debate, increased pressure on league officials, and remained one of basketball's biggest talking points.
Cunningham had a message for the Mercury fans after the game. Caitlin Clark can't help but smile. Sophie Cunningham pointing at the crowd. Now, during the game, Sophie Cunningham taking free throws, I believe. She was getting booed. They were pointing at her throughout the game. So Sophie Cunningham, after coming up clutch late in the game, she decided to do some pointing of her own. She decided to do some trolling of her own. Yeah, so yeah, Superman Soul. Supergirl Soul coming through. Here we go. We got Sophie Cunningham at the end of the game, pointing at the crowd. Maisha Hanzalin loving it. But you know what I didn't notice? And somebody pointed out to me? The Indiana Fever coach is always trying to police how their players celebrate. Look at this. Look, Sophie pointed, and then here comes the coach. Get your hand down. Get your hand down. Get your hand down. these coaches are the most miserable group of has-beens I must have ever come across in my entire life.
After the game ended, Sophie Cunningham appeared to send a message toward the Mercury crowd, while Caitlin Clark smiled as the moment instantly grabbed attention. During the matchup, Sophie faced heavy boos from fans, but after making key plays late in the game, she responded with a confident celebration of her own. The gesture quickly became a major discussion point, with some fans praising her competitive energy, while others debated the emotion behind the reaction. Many viewers also noticed Indiana's coaching staff stepping in, encouraging Sophie to calm the celebration before the moment became even more heated. The situation created another wave of debate across basketball media as fans question why celebrations often receive criticism while physical plays create fewer discussions. Sophie's response spread rapidly online, creating conversations about player expression, league culture, and different expectations placed on athletes. Inside the Fever locker room, teammates appeared united after another intense battle that had already sparked strong reactions from fans and analysts. Rather than disappearing after the final whistle, the controversy continued growing and placed more attention on league decisions moving forward.
Goes up for a shot, and Michaela Timpson pins this ball to the backboard. Folks, look at that. Boom. Pinned it to the backboard. Come on. Me and her at the backboard. You know what I compared this to? Pinning a layup off the glass is the WNBA equivalent of seeing Haley's Comet. Folks, last night we saw Haley. Well, not we. I wasn't watching. This is the Haley's Comet play of the WNBA. It's like seeing a shooting star. It's crazy work. And then you have dumb old WNBA fans. This is how foolish old WNBA fans. This is how low IQ they are. This is how slow they are. Shout out to CJ. So foolish. This is how slow they're comparing pinning the ball to the backboard, pinning it to the glass. They're comparing that to this weak ass block from Gabby Williams, chasing Courtney Vandersloot from behind, and just swatting it off the glass. Folks, a play like that you see, as soon as you're fifth grade, sixth grade, you see blocks like that. Pinning it off the glass, you only see when players are athletic enough to get up there and stay up there. Wow. Let's take a look at Stephanie White. Oh, shit. Locker room cam after our big-time dub against the Mercury. Kelsey Mitchell with the go-ahead basket. Stephanie White, as soon as Kelsey Mitchell hit that go-ahead basket, Stephanie White became erect. I shit you not. I shit you not. Kelsey Mitchell makes that go-ahead basket. Stephanie White becomes erect on the sidelines. And this is her excitement spilling over into the locker room.
Many fans feel women's basketball has entered a new chapter where major controversies now create nationwide discussions instead of disappearing quickly. What began as debates over fouls and officiating has expanded into bigger questions about player safety, accountability, and fairness throughout the league. Supporters continue wondering if enough is being done to protect top players while keeping rules and standards consistent for every team. Sophie Cunningham, Caitlin Clark, and the Indiana Fever have become major names in this conversation, attracting attention from fans and sports analysts. Their decision to speak publicly has encouraged supporters who want stronger responses whenever controversial plays continue happening. With more eyes watching, league officials face growing pressure to provide clearer answers and more consistent decisions. The Fever locker room remains united through criticism, physical battles, and constant media attention surrounding the team. No matter what happens next, this controversy has become one of the season's biggest stories and and continues influencing discussions across women's basketball.
Off of being out with a injury to playing fucking 38 minutes. I don't think Caitlin Clark's ever played 38 minutes in her WNBA career. I don't. Cece, it's been a fun 5 to 6 years watch you play basketball. Never thought I would rather watch a women's basketball game than many other sports. That was because of you and how you made the games exciting. It's over now. Too many people, lesbian, jealous people, want to destroy you. I don't see things changing in the W unless something crazy is uncovered or Congress does actually investigate. If you are unwilling, and I know and appreciate your morals and integrity, to stand up and actually fight back to these people, it's going to only get worse for you and your career. We are here for you and will always have your back. Damn. Sophie Cunningham trolling the Phoenix Mercury. Michaela Timpson with the greatest defensive play in WNBA history, and she's only in her second year. That shows how much of an athletic freak Michaela Timpson is and how subpar the WNBA has been. And then we have Stephanie White becoming erect watching Kelsey Mitchell go ahead shot. Comparing it to Caitlin Clark's game winner.
Will the front office finally step forward and fully support its players before the franchise faces even greater pressure? Or will the team's superstar core drive changes that reshape the future direction of the entire league? One thing is certain, the basketball world is watching every development more closely than ever. If you don't want to miss the next major update, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications, because